quite late comers. So
Okay, yeah.
I said to them, 11:15, graduate, that's it. I mean, I don't even know what time they're staying upstairs to do the exam.
Yeah. Distinguished guests, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us today. Before the ceremony begins, it is my great honour and privilege to share with you a couple of small housekeeping items. We're going to be live streaming and recording today's ceremony, as well as photography throughout. So we ask that once the ceremony starts, please, if you can, remain seated, but you are welcome to be as loud as you like as we celebrate your loved one's achievements today. If you feel unwell at any point in the day, you're most welcome to speak to myself or a colleague who will be dotted around each corner of the room, and we will be very happy to help if we can. There are no fire drills planned, so if you hear an alarm, please proceed to the exits that are located around the room. Toilets are also accessible through these doors just to my right. Following the ceremony, we invite you to join us at the reception, which takes place in the Education Centre just down the hallway behind me. Our colleagues will be on hand to direct you, but our graduates will take a quick group photo in here and join you shortly afterwards. Thank you very much for your attention, and now please stand for the procession.
Please be seated. As President of Richmond American University London, I hereby welcome you and declare the 2023 Postgraduate graduation ceremony to be open. I would now like to introduce Professor Bill Durden, Chair of the Richmond Board of Trustees.
Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I would also like to welcome you to Richmond's 2023 postgraduate graduation. We congratulate our students and extend our best wishes to you, your families and friends for the future. Thank you.
Dear students, families, colleagues, friends, at Richmond American University London, our mission is to educate and inform future generations by providing you with the knowledge and support to think critically, the freedom to challenge assumptions, and the skills to work with others. When I look at everyone here today, I'm proud to see the living embodiment of the mission and the delivery of our motto of unity in diversity. This graduation ceremony is the high point of the academic year. Our main purpose today is to recognise the hard work and achievements of an excellent body of students and present you with your awards. Completing postgraduate study is a great challenge, so congratulations to all of you. From today, you will become an alumni of Richmond, a member of a network of tens of thousands of students across the world. I encourage you to be active in the Alumni Association and to work with us and to get to know the students who've crossed this stage before you and the ones that will cross this in years to come. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the faculty who have taught and supervised you and the professional services staff who have supported you. Provost.
Mr. Chairman, I have the honour to present to you the recipients for the Master of Arts and the Master of Business Administration degrees, and the recipients of postgraduate diplomas and postgraduate certificates as approved by the Board of Trustees. Will the candidates for the awards please stand?
Graduates for the degree of Master of Arts in Advertising and Public Relations. Lola Akinyemi. Maria Helena Almeida Garrett, Merit. Natalie Anderson, Merit. Hon Baker, Merit. Martina Kavanga, Merit. Martine Dujani, Merit. Roberta Gaeta, Distinction. Katerina Garmatenko, Distinction. Vincent Joseph Gill. Janelle Green, Merit. Shayla Nicole Hastings, Merit. Spencer Riley Marsh, Merit. Rachel Nicole Marie Novak, Distinction. Ogheniteka Oghenikevwe Oke, Distinction. Yeah. Archita Kiran Pamula Parthi. Elisa Emma Pantera, Merit. Bailey Ann Parsons, Merit. Abigail Ann Pedersen, Distinction. Daphne Rivellini. Shiria Sheen, Merit. Maria Rumanova Stilanova, Merit. Hannah Williams. Graduates of the degree of Master of Arts in Art History and Visual Culture. Denise Angulo, Merit. Aida Idinova, Merit. Nicole Dion Moses. Graduates of the Postgraduate Certificate in Film, Science Fiction and Fantasy, Neil Francis Hampton. Merit. graduates of the degree of Master of Arts in International Relations, Sarah Ahmed Yahia. Karim Giovanna Castaneda Huaman. Simengaliso Gatsi Gumende, Merit. Prasha Mahajaram. Vikas Passam. Victoria Fernan Patriana, Merit. David Guy Petterson, Distinction. Obse M. Tala, Merit. Aya Turk, Merit. Graduates of the degree of Master of Arts in Luxury Brand Management, Inigo Juan Bueno Martinez de Yuso. Adriana Valeria Faria Machado Brazil, Distinction. Dilshad Kersi Hansotia, Distinction. Megan Abigail Hughes, Merit. Cassandra Loizu, Merit. Alessia Nicole Longobardi, Distinction. Mazni Maulad Musa. Nilufar Kon Rakmonbekova, Merit. Audrey Legni Reynoso Ortiz, Merit. Natasha Shishkel-Swakovsky, Merit. Kashish Nenesh Shah. Yesha Falunkumar Shah. Keona Marie Walker. Sophie Elizabeth Ware, distinction. Erich Maximilian Weikert, distinction. Diana Younes, merit. Graduates of the degree of Master of Arts in Terrorism, Security and Radical Right Extremism, Abdul Mokim Abdul Rahim Zai, merit. Jonathan Luke Deedman, distinction. Andrew John Pardee, distinction. Tara Mahmoud Yawais, merit. Graduates of the degree of Master of Business Administration, Arushi Bhargava, merit. Varun Chandru, merit. Khushbu Chabra, merit. Angela Ehi Ukwu, merit. Kiranjit Kaur. Ping Li, merit. Roberto Alexander Meza, distinction. Jayakumari Pravinkumar Pandey. Priyankaben Amar Kumar Patel. Rajkumar Dinesh Bahai Patel. Umang Kumar Mukbahai Patel. Emily Nan Phillips, distinction. Huma Saeed. Jenny Carly Valfrey, distinction. Graduates of the degree of Master of Business Administration, Human Resources, Shahina Antoinette Chinoy, distinction. Harpal Kaur. Lovepreet Kaur. Priyanka Sharma. Graduates of the degree of Master of Business Administration, Marketing. Gabrielle Sabeldi Garcia, Merit. Sanad Salim Badier Mushabash. Sophia Delancey Sher, distinction.
This ceremony marks the conclusion of your time as a student at the university. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I would like to express again our pride in your achievement and our enthusiasm for your futures. Richmond is now a part of your identity. We welcome your continuing engagement for many years to come. Congratulations.
I would like now to introduce you to the first of our graduate speakers, Emily Nunn Phillips. Emily is from San Antonio, Texas, and came to Richmond to complete her MBA. Previous university degrees include a BA in musical theater from West Texas University and an MFA in acting and directing from the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Oh. While at Richmond, Emily received a certificate for digital marketing and e-commerce and worked at EF London as an academic coordinator. As theater and the arts are a huge part of her life, she spent much of her time outside studying, attending the many plays and musicals London has to offer. Along with this, she's part of a film club that meets weekly to discuss various films throughout history, and upon graduating from Richmond, Emily will return to EF London for the summer as a residence coordinator. But she's hoping to pursue a career in talent management or TV and film casting in London. She also hopes to pursue her PhD in organizational psychology, focusing on the effects of emotional intelligence training in drama schools. The university is delighted to welcome Emily to the stage.
Thank you, and hello, class of 2023. Wow, can you believe it? We did it! Woo! What an immense honor it is to stand before this group of incredibly talented people today. Although the journey to get here seemed long and challenging at times, it has flown by, and here we are today, graduates of Richmond, the American University in London. I am humbled and proud to be a part of this cohort. It has been such a pleasure to go through the MBA program with my fellow students, but also work with some of the most caring and knowledgeable faculty in higher education. As I look back on this experience, I think of how much we have persevered, persisted, and grown together through the many challenges to reach this point. I personally came to business school through non-traditional methods. When I was a child, I decided on the financially stable career path of acting. I dove into it straight on, spending much of my educational career pretending to be fire or playing a variety of characters from old women to a singing corn cob. In all that time, I was always able to find my ensemble, my group of people where I belonged. Although the industry remains my passion, I decided to expand my horizons by coming to one of the most artistically rich studies in the world, or the most artistically rich cities in the world, to study business. When I began this program, I was hoping to find a new passion, but I will admit I was quite intimidated. Not one to normally shy away from challenges, I felt like a fish out of water. I had no prior experience in business, and I was worried I wouldn't be able to find my place in this group or that I would be behind. I also felt, as one of the older students, my MBA journey would be a lonely one because of my extremely different training. I didn't think I would have the same support and camaraderie I was used to in the acting world. But how wrong I was. I discovered a group of people who made learning a safe space, who encouraged each other's strengths and supported each other through weaknesses. It didn't matter what class we were in, what we were doing, where we were from, or what our backgrounds were. The common goal to better ourselves and reach for a better future brought us together. I am grateful that we get to end where we started, together. So let me say thank you to you all. I would not be standing up here today if it were not for you. Thank you to the incredible faculty and staff at Richmond, especially Carola and Greg. I am lucky to call both of you my mentors. You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself and allowed me to see what I was truly capable of. I want to thank my mom and my brother Zane. They are my biggest cheerleaders, supporters, and confidants. They kept me on track, dealt with my fear of failure, and pushed me to keep going when it seemed impossible. I love you both more than anything in the world. I want to thank all my incredible friends, both in and out of the program. I'm lucky to have such a strong support system in the arts and in the business world. You are all so important to me, and I love you very much. Finally, I would like to dedicate this moment to someone who is not here today, but has had a crucial role in the direction of my life and the shaping of me as a person. He was one of my most influential figures, and the reason I decided on my MBA in the first place. My sweet daddy, who served as my advisor, my sounding board, my cheerleader, my counselor, and so much more, passed away last month. Although he is not here physically, I still feel his presence in this room and hear his mantra to me. He always used to say, "Emmy, you are strong, you are capable, and you are worthy of all that life has to offer." Those are words I will continue to live by. And I hope that as you go forth in life and a career, you remember that you are strong, capable, and worthy of all that life has to offer. Although we will no longer be together as a class or as a cohort after this moment, I know that we will always have the gift of knowing our ensemble we've built is around the world rooting for our success. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Emily. I would like now to introduce you to our second graduate speaker, Simangalizo Gatsi Gumende. Simangalizo Gatsi Gumende is originally from Mozambique, but she's from a diplomatic family and has traveled extensively and lived in several locations around the world. She completed a first degree in psychology in 2019 after having raised her family. While in Mozambique, Simangalizo supported a wide variety of humanitarian developmental projects, working as a project coordinator with UN African Ambassador Spouses Group. She has also been an active member of the UN African Mothers Association, the UN Delegation Women's Club, the Association of Spouses of African High Commissioners in London, and the Commonwealth Countries League's Education Fund. Through collaborating with local church leaders and educators, she was instrumental in managing campaigns to build 2 rural Mozambican primary schools to accommodate 5,000 students, and collected books from the New York Children's Library to start reading centers in Maputo. Her primary goal in completing her MA in International Relations at Richmond was to gain theoretical and practical skills to allow her to realize her full potential and operate with confidence within the United Nations. Simangalizo has prepared a farewell remarks, and Emily has kindly agreed to read this for you.
Good morning. I have the humble honor to greet, welcome, and thank you for attending this graduation ceremony. It is a singular honor for me to stand on this platform to address such a distinguished audience of faculty, graduates, families, and guests. I stand before you emotionally overwhelmed by mixed feelings of excitement and a shade of sadness as I reflect on my journey as a master's student in international relations at Richmond America University. On one hand, I am, like the rest of my fellow graduates, thrilled for the accomplishment that this symbolic occasion represents for all of us. This has been an arduous journey to earn the academic credentials that make our faculty, our families, and ourselves very proud for reaching this milestone. On the other hand, I know that challenging as this journey has been to us all, we became an academic family through our intense interactions on and off campus. Hence, I'm equally sad today because it marks that pivotal moment when our lives are about to follow different paths. Today, we set forth back into what I call the real world, immensely enriched with the excellent knowledge in international relations we acquired under the guidance of highly capable lecturers. As we all know, this field of study is crucial in understanding the complex dynamics of our world. I would like to preface my remarks by confessing that I felt my acceptance to undertake my course at this university as a blessing in many ways. I knew that I would have the privilege not only of gaining the wealth of knowledge I was seeking and deepening the critical thinking that comes with it, but also enjoy the benefits of being a truly multinational faculty and student environment, which quite frankly have been a defining feature of my entire adult life of relating and learning with people from across different nationalities and cultures. There are many options to study my course around the United Kingdom, but a number of factors attracted me here. A truly international student body, a generous scholarship I was awarded, the small classes, modern facilities, and a hugely qualified and committed faculty. All these factors made my study an immensely rewarding experience. Before I joined, I knew about the good prospects of studying here, but I could hardly imagine the breadth of such a diverse core of skills in my classes in whatever subjects I chose to follow that I eventually encountered at this institution. Here I interacted with colleagues from diverse fields of work from across the world, and I come out greatly enriched from the life-changing experiences of being amongst and debating with my highly capable colleagues, each one bringing his or her perspective. The knowledge we obtained from the works of contemporary scholars under able guidance of our wonderful and highly competent lecturers and staff in the Department of International Relations under the leadership of Dr. Paul Reckrat have given us solid foundations to navigate the ever-changing landscape of global affairs and the changing nature of how interstate and multilateral diplomacy is conducted in the era of information technology. The survey of globalization perspectives showed us how interconnected our world truly is and how actions in one part of the world can have far-reaching consequences elsewhere. Beyond the sometimes hard and competing concepts and approaches to international relations which occupied our minds in the past year, I believe that we are now better equipped to understand how global phenomena affects everyone. We are now acutely aware that events such as the current war between Ukraine and Russia can cause a global disruption that can affect the livelihood of a peace-loving peasant somewhere in a remote village in Africa through the scarcity of fertilizers or a huge increase in the price of petroleum products on which his community depends. In other words, we understand better that the negative impact on human lives of a seemingly localized conflict can reverberate beyond the front line, and we are able to look at the ramifications of such events through the new tools and academic lenses we have acquired here. We have also delved into the field of human rights, which was hopefully rekindled in us our responsibility to protect, promote, and uphold the rights of every individual, regardless of their nationality, race, culture, religion, or social status. We are now in a better position to understand how tensions between these factors can at times work against the full enjoyment of individual human rights, which can regrettably be denied sometimes in the name of culture and religion. The work I did on the complex and sensitive issue of child marriages across different religions and cultures was to me a vivid illustration of the contradictions in which some societies, particularly in the developing world, still have to overcome. And let's not forget the development dimensions, which emphasized in many of us the importance of sustainable and equitable development that benefits everyone, not just the privileged few for the sake of social harmony and stability. Here I take with me such work as Development as Freedom by Indian scholar Amartya Sen, which opened my eyes to the concept that freedom is not a luxury reserved for advanced nations, but a critical enabler in development in the sense broadening people's life choices beyond the economic growth narrative centered around gross domestic product and the dominant standard to measure and compare economic progress across nations. I was particularly amazed as I gained depth on the importance of the use of information technology in the conduct of diplomacy. It was fascinating to realize that with a few notable exceptions, African countries are generally lagging behind in designing foreign policy goals that harness the use of platforms such as Twitter or the internet to project their positions or communicate public diplomacy goals directly to the general public in an effective and coherent way. But mastering theories alone is obviously not enough. We also had to grapple with ways to understand how to apply them in practical ways to make international relations an everyday part of our lives. We need to be able to recognize the impact of our actions and decisions on the world around us and actively work to promote positive change, whether it is through volunteering, advocacy, or simply being mindful of our choices as consumers to shape the path to a sustainable use of natural resources to promote the economy. We all have a role to play in creating a better world. The visits to places such as the Imperial War Museum, the Holocaust exhibition, refocused our mind on the consequences of war on humanity, while interactions and seminars like the one organized at the Netherlands Embassy gave us a practical snapshot of diplomatic work. Equally, my work as an executive committee member of the Commonwealth Countries League charity in London during my classes helped to sharpen my skills and understanding human development by empowering girls and young women across 56 nations by offering education opportunities through the Commonwealth Education Fund. I also want to take a moment to recognize that we have all faced our fair share of challenges, but we have persevered and pushed through to reach this milestone. I know that to my lecturers, counselors, advisors, and colleagues, I brought with me my own personal situation that at times interfered with my classes in a peculiar way. I am fortunate that as I struggled with my invisible challenges, which required special attention and adjustments in the mode of delivery of classes, I was able to receive the competent support I needed. The support from the university and student affairs and colleagues persuaded me to persevere. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all those who came to my rescue in my many hours of despair. And I want to give a special shout out to my colleagues who have undertaken dissertation projects and survived. I hope that my dissertation on the impact of war on women and children in Cabo Delgado region of Mozambique has shed some light on the plight of those who are often forgotten in times of strife and sometimes are reduced to cold statistics and are referred to as collateral casualties during armed conflicts. As a young girl, I lived firsthand in the harrowing experience of the impact of war when in the 1970s our village in the Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, came under attack, and we had to scatter and flee. I separated from my family for several days, and that felt like an eternity. I was fortunate to have survived. This terrifying experience inspired me to look into the impact of war on women and children in the ongoing insurgency in Cabo Delgado in northern Mozambique. As I dedicated my time to gather data, I gained more insights than I had before about the nature of conflict and how it affects ordinary people. My psychology bias always impels me to look at the emotional dimensions of those caught up in such life-changing experiences and looking in ways on how local and international actors who seek to help have to look beyond the provision of basic means of survival and incorporate how to help the victims deal with the traumas of fleeing, the fighting, living in camps for displaced people, or rebuilding their lives far away from their original communities. It has been a humbling and eye-opening experience and one that I will never forget. I can certainly claim that through these experiences I had here, in many ways, I got to know and understand my own country better. I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. Paul Reckrat for his guidance and mentorship as our dissertation advisor. Without his patience, guidance, and encouragement, probably some of us would not be here today. I would like to thank the Richmond University, the Department of International Relations, and the Department of Student Affairs who made sure we achieved our educational goals. I personally want to express my gratitude to my family, my husband, and my children. I want to say thank you especially to my two girls, Anna and Sarah, for understanding my frequent absences in their young lives and support they gave me to enable me to reach this milestone. But this is not the end of our journey. As we move forward, let us continue to use the knowledge and skills we have gained to make a positive impact in the world, which to me is the most notable purpose of taking this course. Let us stay committed to promoting peace, equality, and justice, and let's never forget the valuable lessons we have learned throughout our time here. In closing, I want to congratulate each and every one of us for reaching this important milestone in our learning journey. We have accomplished so much already, and I have no doubt that we will continue to use this knowledge gained to achieve great things in the future. So let us go forth with confidence, determination, and a deep sense of responsibility to shape and create a better world for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. I would like to invite Simangalizu for us to show our appreciation for her words.
Thank you, Simangalisa. Thank you, Emily. Before asking the chair to close, I would like to remind the audience to please stand during the recessional until the party has left the hall. Chair.
Thank you. I now declare this 2023 postgraduate graduation ceremony closed and congratulate all of you, graduates, family, friends. And I invite you to stand for the recessional. Thank you.